We open on the royal palace in Thebes. It's dawn, the year 1479 BC. A young boy is chasing a ball around the courtyard when he comes across two women sitting on a stone bench. One of them is Queen Hatshepsut, the other is her sister, the great princess Isit. The little boy approaches them cautiously and asks if he can play with the ball. The queen smiles at him and says yes. Then she turns to her sister and tells her that the child reminds her of someone. Isit responds by saying that the boy is just like his father, Thutmose II, who passed away many years ago. The queen holds up the child's chin and remarks that he has his father's eyes. She believes that Thutmose will one day be a great king. In a nearby chamber, two advisors are talking to the queen. They say that the architects have completed their work on the mortuary temple and it is ready to be inaugurated. The queen decides to go there right away. As they leave the room, one of the advisors says that the temple is magnificent and even more beautiful than the temple of Karnak. He also mentions that King Thutmose will attend the ceremony. The queen looks happy but troubled at the same time. She goes back to the courtyard where she gives the child a small kiss on the forehead and then leaves. The advisor tells the queen not to worry about anything because he will take care of everything. The queen thanks him and departs. The queen and her entourage arrive at the temple. People are already gathered there, waiting for the ceremony to begin. When the queen enters the temple, everyone bows down before her. She takes her place on a throne and sits down next to the young king. The priests begin the ceremony and offer prayers to the gods. They ask the gods to bless the queen and grant her a son who will inherit the throne after her. The queen closes her eyes and listens to the prayers. She hopes that one day her son will become a great king. But first, he needs to learn how to rule over Egypt. As the ceremony continues, the queen notices someone in the crowd who seems out of place. He's a tall, handsome man with a strong jaw and piercing eyes. He wears the traditional Egyptian kilt and sandals, but he doesn't have a crown or any other ornaments. The man looks back at the queen and she feels a connection with him. He seems familiar to her, like someone she's seen before, but she can't quite place him. The queen's attention is drawn back to the ceremony as the priests anoint her with holy water and place a golden crown on her head. She is now officially the most powerful woman in Egypt, but she knows that her reign will not be easy. There are many challenges ahead of her, and she must be prepared to face them. She looks down at her son, who is still just a child, and wonders if he will be able to handle the responsibilities of being a pharaoh. She prays that he will be strong and wise. The queen returns to the palace with her son and the tall stranger. They enter the throne room and sit down on the throne. The queen announces that the stranger is the new general of the Egyptian army, and that he will help her son prepare for his future role as pharaoh. The boy looks at the general with admiration and respect. He knows that he has much to learn from him. The queen smiles at her son and the general and feels confident that Egypt is in good hands. She believes that together they will be able to lead Egypt to new heights of glory. As the days go by, the queen teaches her son the ways of being a pharaoh. She shows him how to read hieroglyphics, write decrees, and make decisions that affect the entire kingdom. She also teaches him the importance of justice, compassion, and wisdom. The boy listens attentively to his mother and tries to absorb all the knowledge she has to offer. He wants to be a good pharaoh like her. Meanwhile, the general trains the boy in the art of war. He teaches him how to use a bow and arrow, throw a spear, and fight with a sword. He also teaches him the importance of courage, discipline, and strategy. The boy practices diligently and shows a natural talent for warfare. The general is impressed by the boy's skills and believes that he will become a great warrior one day. As the years pass, the boy grows into a young man. He is now old enough to rule over Egypt, but the queen doesn't think he's ready yet. She wants him to wait a few more years until he's more experienced and mature. The young man respects his mother's wishes and continues to learn from her and the general. He becomes a skilled ruler, a powerful warrior, and a wise leader. Finally, the day comes when the queen passes away. The young man is now ready to take over as pharaoh. He ascends to the throne and is crowned king of Egypt. He changes his name to Thutmose III and begins his reign. His first order as pharaoh is to build a new palace in Thebes. He invites the general and his family to live in the palace with him. He knows that he can always count on the general's loyalty and support. Soon, Thutmose III's attention is drawn to Nubia, a region south of Egypt that has been a thorn in Egypt's side for years. The Nubians are a fierce and warlike people who have been raiding Egyptian settlements along the border. Thutmose III decides to put an end to this once and for all. He assembles a large army and marches north to Nubia. The Egyptians are outnumbered, but they are better trained and equipped. After a long and bloody battle, the Egyptians defeat the Nubians and capture their king. Thutmose III shows no mercy. He executes the captured king and conquers Nubia. He returns to Thebes a hero. The people of Egypt cheer his name and celebrate his victory. But Thutmose III is not content with just conquering Nubia. He wants to expand Egypt's empire even further. He sets his sights on Syria, a region to the northeast of Egypt. Thutmose III marches his army into Syria and quickly conquers the small city-states. He then turns his attention to the city of Megiddo. Megiddo is a large and fortified city, and its ruler is a powerful pharaoh. Thutmose III lays siege to the city, but he is unable to capture it. After several months, he is forced to withdraw his troops and return to Egypt. Thutmose III is not deterred by his failure to conquer Megiddo. He spends the next few years preparing for another campaign. He builds up his army, gathers supplies, and makes alliances with other kingdoms. When he feels ready, he sets out again for Syria. This time, Thutmose III is even more determined to conquer Megiddo. He lays siege to the city again, but this time he is more prepared. He uses catapults and battering rams to break down the city walls. He also sends assassins into the city to kill the pharaoh's generals. After a fierce battle, Thutmose III captures Megiddo and executes the pharaoh. He then conquers the rest of Syria and returns to Thebes a hero. The people of Egypt are overjoyed. They have never had such a powerful and successful pharaoh. Thutmose III is known throughout the empire as the Napoleon of Ancient Egypt. He continues to reign over Egypt for many years. He builds new temples, constructs giant statues of himself, and issues laws to help the people of Egypt. He is a benevolent and wise ruler, and his people love him. At the end of his reign, Thutmose III grows old and decides to retire. He names his son as his heir and steps down from the throne. He spends his last days traveling around Egypt, visiting the places he has conquered and the people he has ruled over. He dies a happy and fulfilled man, knowing that he has left Egypt in good hands. The film ends with a shot of Thutmose III's statue in the temple of Karnak. The statue is covered in hieroglyphics that tell the story of his life and reign. The camera pans away from the statue and shows the vastness of the temple. The temple is a testament to Thutmose III's greatness and his contributions to Egypt. As the credits roll, we hear the voice of an ancient Egyptian priest chanting, "Oh, King Thutmose III, your deeds shall live on forever."